Well, a pleasant good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Georgetown Eagle Baseball live tonight on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. I'm Rob Hipp alongside my good friend and broadcast partner, Mr. Galen Wellnicki. Nathan Height tonight, our technical director, and David England down on the field with our field cam. We are live tonight here at Rouse High School. Beautiful facility here just outside of Leander, Texas. A perfect night for baseball as far as the weather goes. The wind a little bit windy out here, Galen. We'll talk about it here in just a minute, though. Rouse, the home team tonight, 16-8-1, 5-2 in 19-5A play. They're ranked number 17 in the latest poll that came out on Monday, coached by Chad Krempine. Their colors are gold, maroon, and white. For the Georgetown Eagles, 17-7-1, a perfect 9-0 here in 19-5A, coached by Adam Foster in their blue and white jerseys. Tonight, a little changes in the lineup as well as the positions out there on the field. We'll talk about that as the night goes on. But, Galen, overall, a great night for baseball compared to what it's going to be tomorrow at this time with the wind chill in the upper 30s.
You know, we're 25 degrees, and just temperature, we're 25 degrees warmer right now than we will be tomorrow at 1 o'clock, probably. And we're about 35 degrees warmer than we will be in wind chill. So,
well, it's going to be one of those nights here. And talking about it tonight, though, the wind blowing at a perfect angle to where we may see some balls tonight.
Yeah,
they may hit up in the lights. We may have some shattered lights tonight,
It's
Galen.
going straight to left field. And their Texas flag flies a lot better than ours at home.
Well, talking about Georgetown here as we quickly glance at 19-5A, where we're at right now through this Friday night. Georgetown at 9-0, leading the pack here, and their run to differential, Galen, 67-16. So they are continuing to do work out there on the offensive end as well as that defensive end. Galen, tell us about what you've seen so far through 9 games here in this district play.
Well, the pitching and the defense have been real good. The defensive average keeps going up almost every game. We're, I think. See, let me flip my stat sheet here. We're now I may have forgotten to put that down.
Well, it may be in a packet here. We'll go through it and
I
find
think we're up to 958 actually.
Well, it's going to be a lot here tonight for Georgetown. Of course, great game back on Tuesday night on Georgetown's home field where Georgetown was victorious 6-0, completely shutting out. Great pitching that night by Grayson Smith. He was our SHN Sports co-player of the game alongside the shortstop Cole Posey. We'll quickly go over the Georgetown starting lineup right now as Georgetown being called out onto the field by public address announcer Michael Francis, also double duties for the SHN Sports Rouse team, working tonight with Brad Tillery. For the Georgetown Eagles, leading off will be the left fielder, number 20, Wyatt Childress, the shortstop, number 5, Cole Posey. Catcher tonight, and that's where the positions change, number 23, Cole Moore, who normally plays on first base. And then your cleanup position, the center fielder, number 6, Ryan Knights at third base, number 7, Jeffrey David. The designated hitter tonight, number 13, Logan Drake, who is batting near 500. He didn't have a bad game on Tuesday night, but definitely not what we've seen from Logan so far this season. But he's had a phenomenal season starting out.
He's still hitting 464,
yeah.
Which is nothing to sneeze at.
Nothing to sneeze at all. The final 3 in the lineup for Georgetown, the first baseman, number 12, Jackson Siosin, the left fielder, number 17, Noah Thompson, and at second base, number 8, Luke Seabag. For the Rouse Raiders, leading off the second baseman, number 2, Nick Hempel. The center fielder, number 10, Hayden Thomas. At first base, number 23, Jared Southard. The catcher tonight, number 1, Cody Vanoy. The shortstop, number 6, John Dominguez. The right fielder, number 55, Dalton Porter. At left field, number 14, Cody Kelch. The designated hitter, number 16, Matt Bazemore. And the bottom of the lineup, the third baseman, number 9, Caleb Diaz.
Kind of a strange, we got into the thing kind of strange with the teams not pitching the pitchers you would expect them to pitch. Brindley has been the number 2 pitcher each week for Georgetown, but he's not pitching tonight. And Rouse is not pitching their ace, Hayden Thomas.
Well, and again, those positions have changed up here. And Georgetown through 9 games, looking sharp here, but again, Galen, they have got to keep their composure here against a very competitive and tough Rouse Raider team. This is a team, don't forget, that won 19-5A, but not only went on to win 19-5A, they went on to win the bi-district and I believe regional as well in the playoffs last year. So they had a good run through 3 games, if I'm not mistaken, deep in the playoffs, these Rouse Raiders, coached by Chad Krempine.
These next 3 games are real important. The one with Rouse and then the next 2 with Cedar Park. The one at 1 o'clock at Cedar Park tomorrow, and then the one at 7 o'clock Tuesday at Georgetown.
I believe out here tonight is a Little League team, and if David out there, if he can get the camera on some of, whenever he gets a moment, if he can shine the camera on some of these legacy Little League players that are out there tonight. I was talking with the mom of one of the players out here, and a special night for them as they're getting to accompany the starting lineup, and you'll be able to see those there as David moving the camera in. Pretty exciting to, be a youngster out here and a Little League team being able to come out and, join the high school kids. And I remember when I was younger, looking up to a high school kid, I was looking up to someone who was a giant, Galen. So great camera angles out there, as always, by David England. We appreciate his fine work. Well, Galen, the temperature out here tonight, as we still got lots of sunshine, but it is an overcast day. There's clouds directly in front of us, but behind us is a break in those clouds. It's allowing that sun to kind of glisten through. It may be a short night tonight as far as the sun goes out there in center field, but there will be some sunshine out there on the grass. The temperature out here earlier, if I'm not mistaken, it was around 78 degrees. It did get a little warm today, but the wind is really the main factor, and we'll have that wind speed here before too long. I'm going to look up the weather stats, Galen, while we keep going here.
Your third baseman, number 9, Caleb Diaz.
One thing that we do have issues here at Rouse High School a lot is just the data here. Just this little pocket of area here in Leander. So tonight the stream may be just a little bit glitchy, but we'll work through it. And we appreciate everybody out there joining us here this afternoon for Georgetown Eagle Baseball. And our Rouse crew is actually out here as well, Galen, so that's pretty exciting to have both SHN crews down here tonight. We'll turn it over now to the public address announcer for tonight's national anthem. We'll be right back. Georgetown Eagle Baseball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue after this.
We honor America, armed forces around the globe with the playing and singing of our national anthem.
Beautiful playing of our country's national anthem. Time now 7 p.m. First pitch moments away. We'll step aside and take a quick break. Georgetown Eagle Baseball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network will continue after this.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Hipp Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Hipp Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Hipp Network and SHNSports.com.
Georgetown Eagle Baseball live tonight on SHN Sports. I'm Rob Hipp alongside Galen Wellnicki. On the mound tonight for the Rouse Raiders, it'll be Robbie Ramos-Caro. On the mound getting those early practice pitches in as Wyatt Childress for the Georgetown Eagles leading off here, the right-handed hitter for Georgetown. Childress normally playing catcher, but tonight switching up those positions here for Georgetown. And Wyatt Childress, his 43rd at-bat of the season with 12 hits, averaging .286. So Wyatt struggling a little bit from home plate here early in this season, but things in the past few games coming alive a little bit here for Wyatt, and expecting a big night tonight for this young man, Galen. This is the point of the season now. We talk about how Georgetown's in the middle here where they have really got to start stepping up, and we saw that on Tuesday night. First pitch going to be too far outside. 1 ball, no strikes on Wyatt Childress. Ramos-Caro, the right-handed pitcher. This one going to sell out to center field, and for Rouse coming up and making the grab was Hayden Thomas on a fly 8 to center field. That's the first out. Georgetown can't get a base hit, and they will suffer their first out here and retire. So we move to the second in the order, the shortstop. Number 5, Cole Posey. Cole started that huge night for Georgetown on the offensive end with a double RBI, bringing in 2. Cole Posey this season, his 67th at-bat with 16 hits, averages .242. This pitch going to go, boy, into his arm, and he's going to be hit by a pitch and reaches on first already early, Galen. Well, have we seen Posey get hit so far this season, Galen? It's been more of Ryan Neitch, the one getting tattooed, right, Galen?
Right.
Cole Moore, the left-handed hitter, beg your pardon, for the Georgetown Eagles. Cole, this season, his 72nd at-bat, 30 hits. And he's averaging .423. This pitch too far on the outside. In the early count here on Cole Posey, 1 ball, no strikes. Galen was a little hotter than I thought. It was actually 83. This pitch on the fastball across the plate as Cole looked at it, 1-1, called a strike. Yeah, I didn't realize that.
It was warm. I got out a little bit today at home, and it was.
But look at the flags out here tonight, Galen. Georgetown going to try to steal over to second, and he's not going to get there in time. He's out. Cole Posey trying to reach to second. And that will be a 2-6 out there as he was trying to steal base for the second out. Well, good eye there by the catcher coming up and making that play, Cody Vanoy. Count 2-1 for Cole Moore. Pitch on the way, too far outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. You got to wonder, Galen, if anybody's thinking about tomorrow already. Walked him early.
Well, I wouldn't be looking ahead because if you win tonight, you virtually clinch a playoff berth. Because nobody behind you can finish with a better better record than you. People. The top 4 teams, everybody below the top 4 teams is pretty much boxed in.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 6, Ryan Neitch.
Cleaning up tonight, the center fielder, number 6, Ryan Neitch for the Georgetown Eagles. Neitch is 69th at-bat now, 21 hits, averaging .309. He's got 12 RBIs this season. Ryan Neitch, a right-handed hitter for Georgetown, stands with that right foot low in the box. Get on the mound, Robbie Ramos-Caro. He picks up here, takes some time. Ryan's going to get his gloves adjusted. Okay, I didn't realize you got the pole right in front of you. Nitsch is going to hit this one out to left field. It's going deep, and it may carry. No, and it's not able to make it. An error out there by Cody Kelch, and that is going to advance Georgetown in for the first run. So give the RBI to Ryan Nitsch, picking up his first RBs tonight. However, Nitsch will reach to second on that E7, correct, Galen?
And if it's ruled an error, he does not get an RBI. They ruled it a hit.
Yeah, they did rule it a hit.
It's kind of tough play out there. Give him a double.
Yeah, Kelch was trying to turn around there, and so that will count as a hit for Ryan Nitsch. Oh, there we go with the food acronym already, Galen. Pitch on the way too far outside for Jeffrey David. No, they say it's a strike. No.
He was a sneaky little devil. He got it in there.
Galen, I'm jealous. You've got the seat behind you.
Yes, I brought two. I brought a regular chair in case we were up on the flats, and I brought a stadium seat in case we were in the stand. So it'll be the same tomorrow. And along with all the winter gear I ordered from LL Bean earlier today on overnight delivery.
Yeah,
I got a feeling it's going to be chilly at Cedar Park tomorrow.
It's hard to imagine that, not trying to look ahead too much, but talking about wind chills in the 30s tomorrow at 1 p.m. Wow. 0-1 count. Pitch on the way. This one's going to hit foul over the right side, and that one's going to sail beyond the fence. The count now at no ball, 2 strikes for Jeffrey David.
You gotta really put a little powder into it to hit it foul against the wind today. That wind is blowing across to left field.
Now David is 66 at bat of the season, averages 385 for Georgetown. Right-handed pitch. This one's going to ground foul over Coach Foster's head at third base. And the count now at 1-2. Had to drive to Austin today in the car, Galen, on 183. It just felt like someone was jerking the car all over the road because of how windy it was. Nathan was in Rockdale, so I'm sure he got. And you came from Temple. How was it coming back from Temple?
I came down 35. It wasn't real bad. I can't do the 95 thing right now because they got it torn up between Little River and Holland, and I don't like driving on a loose gravel road.
Man. Foul tip here. The count remains 1-2. That one almost went right into the Rouse camera box.
I'll take Ronald Reagan home because it comes out right in Jarrell.
That's right.
In Jarrell from here, so.
Yeah. The count 1-2 here on Jeffrey David. 2 out. Georgetown leads 1-0. Pitch on the way. This one hit over to left field and trying to chase it down. And this time, Kelch making the grab on the run. Great catch by Cody Kelch. There on the run in left field. Call that one a little line hit out to 7 for the third out. But Galen, Georgetown coming away with 1 here. So 1 run on 1 hits.
No
errors and 1 left on. And Georgetown leads 1-0. So not a bad start for the Eagles tonight. They did leave 1 on, but if you're Coach Foster and Georgetown Eagles, you got to be happy with the performance there in that first inning. Wouldn't you agree, Galen?
And it's going to be interesting here to see what Gafford does. He's only pitched 2 innings since coming back from the injury so far this year, so it's
So Gafford on the mound, Cole Moore behind home plate tonight as the catcher. Jackson Siosen at first base. We'll try to get David. He's got a beautiful shot there of the United States and the Texas flag. Try to get David to help us out there with the order. Of course, Cole Posey's at shortstop. Trying to see who that is next to him out there, David. Near the shortstop area as David moving the camera around.
Wyatt's in left field and Noah's in right field.
That is right. So Noah Thompson.
He's in right field.
Wearing 17, I believe.
Yes,
of course.
He is. And Wyatt is still wearing number 20.
So Wyatt is at left field. Center field, Nitsch. Right field, Thompson. Cole Posey, the shortstop. Jeffrey David on third. Trying to see who's playing second base tonight, Galen.
Seaback.
So That's right, Luke Seaback at second. Okay, we got it worked out. Because we were just taking it off the order that we got earlier. So Childress out there in left field. Sorry for the confusion on all that, folks. We're getting it worked out. Right field is Noah Thompson at right field. That was the only slip up there, Galen. That was what we saw on the sheet. Leading off for the Rouse Raiders, number 2, Nick Hempel, the second baseman, right-handed hitter for the Rouse Raiders. Galen, expecting Rouse to come out here with a lot more punch than we saw at Georgetown. This is a very high-quality caliber team.
Well, there were only 4. If you remember, there were only 4 hits in the game, Tuesday, 2 by each team. So
Hempel wanting to take care of that right away and go ahead and get his team on with 1. Here in the bottom of the first inning. On the mound for Georgetown, Wesley Gafford, the right-handed pitch. This one too close inside. 1 ball, no strikes to start things off.
You know, he's only pitched 2 innings so far this year. So 0-0 record, 2-1, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk.
Pitch here. This one's going to ground over. Almost able to clip that one down. Still trying to make a play on a 7, and did he get there in time? He's safe at 1. That would have been a hard one. I don't think
that's a hit.
Yeah, you can't credit an error there. That would have been a hard grab for Jeffrey David. He almost had it, Galen.
He did bobble it a little bit, but still.
That was hard, though. He dove back for it.
He would have had to do a little contortionism to get the ball off on a throw.
He'd had to do a little Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah. He was going in the opposite direction from first base, so that wouldn't.
Gafford already keeping the runner Hempel, who had that hit moments ago, honest at first. Again, Seosin at first base. Gafford on the mound for Georgetown. Cole Moore behind the plate. Trying to pick again on a 1-3, so they're not going to let Rouse get much off of that first base tonight, Galen. Right-handed pitch on the way. This one low. And the count at 1-0 on Hayden Thomas, the center fielder for Rouse.
Who will probably be the starting pitcher tomorrow in the series opener with Conley.
Oh, we've already seen Georgetown Gafford over there trying to keep the runner honest. He's thrown 3 to first already. This one's going to ground foul into the fence off the third base line. And the count even at 1-1.
Let's go, Hedo.
Well, Galen, I don't know what happened. You know, I appreciate you helping me on Tuesday. I ended up just feeling kind of lousy and really haven't recovered from that. I got a sore throat after that game and nothing contagious. I think it's the pollen everywhere. Pitch here on the way. This one is going to hit over, and Georgetown not able to get there, and that's got to be an error that time on Seosin. An E3 on Seosin as he couldn't get under it, and that's going to be an error for Georgetown, and Hayden Thomas will reach to first on that E3. That will advance Hempel into scoring position on 2. We're through 2 batters now. Third in the order, the first baseman, number 23, Jared Southard.
Now batting for your Rouse Raiders, number 23, Jared Southard.
Georgetown holding on to that 1-0 lead, but Rouse making a case here with their first at-bat tonight. 7:16 the time. Right-handed delivery on the way, and this one across the plate for the strike. 0-1. It's the first strike that we've seen thrown besides the foul earlier moments ago, Galen. Kick up the left leg, now pulls back down. We talked Galen. Wesley hasn't had a lot of play time here this season. It's good for him to be able to get the minutes here tonight. Trying to sacrifice bunt here, and Gafford going to get him on a 1-3. The first out, but runners will advance to 2 and 3 on the sack bunt. That is the first out. Fourth in the lineup, the cleanup position, the catcher, number 1, Cody Vanoy. Galen, we need some Snickers up here. You're quiet up here tonight, Galen.
I know it. I'm sorry.
We need some Snickers.
Yes.
Don't fall asleep on me tonight.
I won't.
0-1 to count. I may break away. I'll go get us some Snickers. 0-1 delivery. This one's going to go foul. 0-2.
It's real important to try to get this batter, because you get this batter, especially to strike out. Because then things switches back in the team in the field's favor if they get this guy out.
Kick up the pitch. This one going to hit deep out to left field.
Score a run.
Georgetown trying to get over, and he grabs it. They will score one here, though. Georgetown trying to get it back in, and the runner's going to be safe at third. So on the sac fly out to left center field, Illinois will get the second out, but coming in to score will be Nick Hempel for the first run for Rouse. We're tied up at 1 apiece. Hayden Thomas over to third base. But, boy, give credit out there. I believe that was Ryan Neitch coming up with that grab, and that was an impressive grab, Galen.
There's going to be a lot of balls hit out to left field tonight.
That was the center fielder making his way all the way over there for that one. Should you consider that a sac fly, Galen?
Yes. It scored a run, and he gets an RBI.
An Arby's.
Arby's.
Yum. This one going to be hit, and that's another base hit and another run scored for Rouse. And he's going to come around and try to go in for a double, and he should get there in time, and he does. So another RBI, a base hit. John Dominguez over to second base. Coming in to score was Hayden Thomas, and back-to-back RBIs now for the Rouse Raiders. Their second one of the night, and 2 outs here. And
both of those were pretty solidly hit balls, too.
well, Dominguez put that one right into right center field, just out of the reach of Luke Seaback. Now at bat, the left-handed batter, the right fielder, number 55, Dalton Porter. For the Rouse Raiders. Stands with that left foot down in the corner of the box. Kick up the right-handed pitch. This one's going to go foul way behind us. In the early count, 0-1.
One thing about it, I don't think anybody's going to get a foul ball over to where our cars are parked tonight.
Yeah, if they do, that'd be the wind. The wind would have to dramatically shift, Galen. And if the wind was blowing that hard, I don't think we'd be here. I think it would take the press box with us.
You notice they've got a third flag out there. They've got the Rouse flag out there, too.
Kick up the pitch on the way. This one curves its way back to center field. Knight should be able to get under it and make the play here as it comes down. Knight has it on the left hand, and the third out, though. And Rouse doing some damage, though. 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 error
And
1 left on base. So again, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left on base. Galen, we're through 1. Rouse leads 2-1. We'll keep it right here.
Yeah.
Initial thoughts on that opening
Rouse
inning.
has already equaled their number of hits on Tuesday night's game. And everything that's been hit's been hit real solid.
Well, due up for Georgetown, the designated hitter, number 13, Logan Drake. We talked about Logan. He has had a phenomenal season for Georgetown. Here's the designated hitter, Logan Drake. This will be his 29th at-bat, 13 hits, averaging .464 on the season.
No. Someone's going to get there first, and I'm going to feel unneeded.
Well, Brad making a statement, those were unearned runs. Well, if you look over on your camera there, David England, he's high atop the Georgetown dugout on that concrete roof. He's able to shoot some video of the Georgetown Lady Eagles softball going on. Galen, check this out. Got a little double camera action over there. So appreciate the fine camera work of David England, and a shout out to the Georgetown Lady Eagles softball.
Leading off for the Eagles, number 13, Logan Drake.
So again, Logan Drake leading off here for Georgetown. Right-handed pitch on the way. This one clips the corner for a strike. 0-1 the early count here on Logan Drake. Second pitch. Looked at that one, and it's going to be a ball, 1-1. Ramos the pitch. This one's going to drop down, and it will be another base hit for Logan Drake, continuing his hitting sensation this season, and Logan will reach on a double as he is fired up at second base. We missed it, but you saw Logan out there. He was clapping pretty heavy, as he should. Boy, Galen, Logan has been just a sensation this season so far for Georgetown. And he will have a, well, I thought he was going to have someone come in and run for him. He's just handing his gloves over to Coach Foster. Jackson Seosin now at bat for the Georgetown Eagles, the first baseman, number 12, right-handed hitter for Georgetown. Jackson Seosin is 63rd at bat, 22 hits on the season. He averages .355. Had Jackson as our player of the game this season earlier. Right-handed pitch on the way, pulls back on this one, and it'll be a ball, 1-0. Well, you know, we didn't have a chance to talk to Coach Foster, but Galen, your views tonight on what it's going to take for Georgetown to be victorious.
We'll have to score more runs, obviously. And they're going to have to hit the ball and put the ball in play.
I think one area where Georgetown struggled a bit is leaving runners on base, and they cleaned that up quite a bit, though, versus Rouse on Tuesday, but that's going to be something, again, tonight they're going to have to work on.
And they're not going to be able to give away anything. They're not going to be able to give base runners on hits, and on errors and walks, hit batsmen and things like that.
Drake leading off there at second base. The right-handed pitch on the way. This one a strike. The count now even at 1-1. So Ramos Caro having a pitching night here early and trying to keep Georgetown from scoring. A hit will score more than likely here for Georgetown. Seosin trying to get that hit. It'd be a great time for the Eagles to get one in right here. Keep Rouse on their toes a little bit. Getting the score 2-1. 2-1. Rouse leads here on their home field in the top of the second inning. Galen, I've got the Friday slump right now, man. I'm behind on everything. You're yawning. I'm not keeping up with the score.
I was slow on trying to reach up and grab that foul ball.
1-2. That one tipped foul, just behind the net.
I like these nets a lot better than I like the chain link that they have some places. And that's a lot easier to see through, too. And it's,
Ramos Caro, the right-handed pitch, and that one off the side of the helmet. He leaned into it. Rouse fans are saying, hey, you can't lean into the ball, and Seosin leaned into it. Now, it's not a smart play by Seosin. I guess he trusts his helmet.
It's not soccer.
Well, fans are saying unbelievable. He went back, so it's there's nothing really unbelievable about it. If they would have let him do that, Galen, man, that'd be a good
2-2.
That's when you trust that helmet. Goodness. We'll give Jackson the benefit of the doubt and say maybe he slipped a little bit, Galen. What do you think? Have you ever seen that before? 2-2, pulls back on this one. And the count now full at 3-2. Payoff pitch upcoming here for Ramos Caro.
Have a goodie call on the umpire to call that. A lot of times they won't call that. They'll just, it's easier to send the runner to.
Caro looks over his right shoulder, kicks up, trying to get him at second, and Drake is safe. Got back in time, plenty of time. This one hit over to left center field, going deep down, and wow, what a grab by Hayden Thomas as he had to chase it to that left power alley, and Thomas extending his glove, able to grab it on the go for the first out of the inning. They've done that twice tonight, Galen. And you said it earlier, there's going to be a lot of them hit out there tonight.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 17, Noah Thompson.
The right fielder, number 17, Noah Thompson. I'll let you go over his stats there, Galen, for Noah Thompson.
He's not. This is his 40th time up. He's 9 hits, 7 RBIs for a 231 batting average.
I just wanted to hear you say Arby's.
Arby's?
They've got
The meat.
the meats. Early pitch here, going to be called a strike. 0-1 the count on Noah Thompson. One out here in the top of the second. Georgetown base runner on second. This one is going to curve back to center field, and it should be a base hit, and it is, and that's going to bring Drake in to score, and Georgetown is going to get a triple out of this. Wow, what a hit and what a run. Sliding into third, plenty of time. Noah Thompson a triple, and Georgetown is going to tie it up at 2 runs apiece. So the triple and the RBI by Noah Thompson. And Galen, the Arby's keeps flying here tonight.
I'll tell you one thing, the hitters are tattooing both pitchers. They're getting good wood, they're getting good wood on the, or good aluminum on the.
You can hear the Georgetown Eagle dugout as I turned up the camera over there behind David. You can hear those guys fired up on the dugout right now. They're giving them the official Georgetown, yes sir. Luke Seaback now hitting this one. Gonna pop up into the air. And that should be the second out. Making the catch there, the shortstop, number 6, John Dominguez on the fly 6. For only the second out. Galen, we go back to the top of the order.
5 hits in the game, and 4 of them have been for extra bases so far.
Out of those 5 hits, 3 of them by Georgetown. Wyatt Childress back on the mound here for Georgetown. 0 for 1 tonight. He flew one up to center field earlier in the first. Pitch on the way by Ramos Caro. Going to be called a strike. 0-1.
Good call by the umpire there.
Surprised they haven't invented a stick that extends where you can give him a pat on the back and then pull it back in. Big, huge reaching wand. I don't think that would go over very well, Galen.
No.
He'd get kicked out. Right-handed pitch too far outside, 1-1.
We need to get a hit here and drive in the run from third. You don't want to leave a run around third.
Pitch on the way. This one grounds here. Runner will stay at third. 2 balls, 1 strike for Wyatt Childress. Right-handed pitch. This one going to sell over to right field, chasing it down Dalton Porter, and he makes the fly 9 grab for the third out. But Georgetown able to score and tie things up here at 2 apiece, Galen. Not a bad inning for the Eagles.
1, 2, 0, 1.
So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. We're through 1.5. We're tied up here at Rouse High School. We'll step aside and take a quick break. Georgetown Eagle baseball on the SHNSports.com broadcast network. We'll continue after this.
Thousands of listeners, laser-focused marketing, and showing a high level of community involvement. Those are a few of many reasons to advertise with SHN Sports. We strive to keep our broadcast as affordable as possible, and your support makes that happen. Please consider advertising with SHN Sports. Email rob@shnsports.com. That's rob@shnsports.com. We have a solution for everyone.
Welcome back to Georgetown Eagle Baseball live tonight from Rouse High School. Rob Hipp alongside Galen, Wellnicki. And we are back here for the bottom of the second, Galen. Things moving along a little slow here tonight so far.
Well, you know, when you get every other batter hitting the ball out to the wall, you know, it's kind of hard to move along.
First pitch on the way to the leadoff hitter, the left fielder, number 14, Cody Kelch. Be called a ball, 1-0. Second pitch, a lot of velocity behind it, right into the glove of Copo. And I told him to hold, Galen. What's up with that? What happened? Did he grab that?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I thought I saw it ground out. Good job by Cole Posey. Little line right to the shortstop. I said, wait a minute, why is he holding it?
Now batting for the Raiders, number 18, Matt Bazemore.
Matt Bazemore, the designated hitter, number 18 for the Rouse Raiders, and the pitch on its way, and it's going to be a strike, 0-1.
That's where the confusion came in the other night when he came in to pitch and we didn't know who the number 18 was.
This one going to hit on the line and goes foul. Boy,
It better have missed the line, because if it hit the line, it would have been a fair ball.
I mean, it was just inches off the line.
And we got real chalk here that can fly in the air, unlike the painted on chalk that we have at artificial fields. This is a throwback to the old all grass fields with real dirt. Mama's got to wash the uniforms here. It's not like with the
1-2 delivery. Swing. Miss. Got him swinging. Wait a minute. What happened? Oh, they're saying it went low. The umpires are going to talk things over. The initial call was they say they got him swinging, but that ball did go pretty low.
Well, if he swung at it, it's an out.
He swung at it before it hit. They're going to reverse it. I don't know about that, Galen. He swung at it before it hit the ground. Do you still call that a ball? I guess we're at 2-2 now, the count. You got to call something. Low in the corner. Now we've got a full count at 3-2. Payoff on the way here. This one's going to hit foul. And the count will remain 3-2. Trying to chase it down over there for Georgetown. Jeffrey David, it was way out of the reach of him in foul territory. The count remains full at 3-2. I'm assuming, because you can't just scratch off an at-bat. You have to call it something, right? You can't just have a do-over. 3-2 on the way. This one's going to ground up. It'll go into the hands of Cole Posey. Cole trying to get on a 6-3 and got him for the second out.
Well, you know, that just slowed us down about 2 minutes.
Bottom of the order now, the third baseman, number 9, Caleb Diaz, the right-handed hitter for the Rouse Raiders.
Now hitting for the Rouse Raiders, number 9.
Galen, he stands with that right foot right in the lower corner of the box. Right-handed pitch on the way. This one's going to hit foul way behind us. Count here 0-1. We'll check.
It was a Herculean blow over toward Nathan's car.
Well, in Williamson County, a severe thunderstorm warning right now, and I'm not sure exactly. That's got to be just north of us in Georgetown.
That was all those dark clouds over there a little while ago.
Next pitch on the way, 1-1. Yeah, there was a severe thunderstorm watch just north of us. This is going to hit way up into the air. The right fielder, Noah Thompson, trying to get under it. Noah Thompson will have the grab on the right glove for the third out. 3 up, 3 down for Georgetown that time, back to where they left off on Tuesday night. They're on the fly 9. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. We move to the bottom of the second inning. Galen will keep things right here. I'll check on that weather too.
Are we under that right now?
Or I beg your pardon, top of the third. We'll check on that weather. We'll give you a weather update.
Because the thing is, we ought to let David know in case he has to run for the hills up there.
David, we'll send it over to you and check in with you real quick. From your perspective up there, I know you're showing the camera behind you a while ago, the sunset, of course, behind us. You're a firefighter, man. You guys got a little tie to the weather. What do you think? How are things looking? Oh, hold on, David. Hold on.
All right, yeah, we got some rain coming out of Lampasas headed towards Georgetown, but I think we're just outside of that watch. It's mostly Florence and Northern Liberty Hill watch right now, but I think we should be all right. You can see the clouds turning a little gray to the north of us. I'll try and zoom out.
Yeah, we can see that.
Nathan's telephone has got some colors we've never seen before on those thunderstorms.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a little hail in it. It's purple, but still a beautiful.
You realize our cars are a long way from here, don't you?
Still, that wind's definitely blowing up here. It's beautiful out here, though.
Yeah, Miss Julia Engelman sending us a picture right now of the weather radar that Nathan has here on his phone. Probably the same app it is. It's the same app. Sending it to us, and yeah, that may just barely scathe over us. So I think as of right now, we're looking like we're going to be okay unless that tracks a little bit farther south. Cole Posey now at bat for the Georgetown Eagles. Leading off here in the top of the third. Pitch too high and outside on the shortstop, Copo. The early count, 1 ball, no strikes. Cole is 0 for tonight. He was hit by a pitch. Is that right, Galen? Yeah, he was hit by a pitch, and then he was out on a 2-6.
Yeah.
Second pitch on the way. Again, another ball. 2-0 the count here, no outs. Georgetown and Rouse tied here in the top of the third inning. This one going to hit foul way off the first base line behind the Rouse Raider dugout.
What kind of weather? Ooh, I just saw lightning. We may be going for a delay because that's within the prescribed.
Yeah, that's way too close.
That's way too close. That's within the prescribed distance.
Yeah, did y'all hear that thunder?
Yeah, we just heard it. And when you see lightning like that, I mean, it's time to, being honest with you, it's time to.
Yeah, who's got the lightning meter?
Yeah.
The trainer's supposed to have the lightning meter.
2-2 the count. The wind's starting to get a little cool here now, too. This one's going to hit over to left base, and Cole is going to reach here on a double. Great job by Cole Posey as he hits a double. And I think you're right, Galen. I mean, that lightning was very, you count the thunder seconds, but they say that lightning can strike, 15 miles away from the cell. That lightning strike, Nathan pulling it up, that lightning strike 6 miles away from Rouse High School here.
Yeah,
from our position.
The trainer's coming out. Yes, they're going to suspend the game.
Yep. So we'll step aside. We're going to step away as well. And unfortunately, with the weather like this,
we've got to wait 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to have to pack up our equipment. So to be honest, folks, depending on what happens and due to the time that it takes to pack up the equipment, we may only be able to resume with one camera angle on our wireless angle tonight with David England. But we are going to step aside. We will pause the broadcast. And as soon as we can get back on the air, we can. We did want to let you know that if you lose the YouTube stream, I'm not sure if they're going to cut that on us, but if you do lose it, please go back to shnsports.com/baseball. Again, that is shnsports.com/baseball or /baseball, and we will update the link. But again, we are going to step aside. We're going to go ahead and end the broadcast for now. We'll try to come back on the same stream, but if not, make sure to go to shnsports.com/baseball. Galen, you said the rule was 30 minutes?
30 minutes after the last lightning strike. So we could, if there's another lightning strike with it, after the last one, we could be here 3 hours before.
Yep. We'll step aside and for now in the broadcast, but again, go to shnsports.com/baseball. If you hop back on and we're not back on the air, we'll have a new stream set up. Follow us on Twitter as well to keep up with the latest updates. Lightning delay here.
Suspended game. I think the game, at this point, I think the game has to be started over.
Well, stay with us on Twitter. We'll have the updates and more. We'll step aside for now. For now, good night from Rouse.
This broadcast is under the direction and is copywritten by the Hipp Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, use of sound bites and interviews, and use of any other content, including audio or video, without the direct written consent and permission by the Hipp Network is strictly prohibited and protected by federal and copyright laws. All rights are reserved by the Hipp Network and shnsports.com.